Welcome everyone, my name is Danny Ross, and this is a quick overview of the BuildBiz platform for new users. Let's go ahead and sign in. There's over 60 plus apps in the platform, but the secret is to click the Start Here button. That's the first place you want to go, and it is a repository of videos. There's a welcome video, which you're watching right now, and then there's a replay. There's one on what we call AI Super Self and the Create method, which is essentially the best way to communicate with any AI, any large language model. And so we teach you the basics of good communication so you get the best results. And then there's other videos that get right into the different apps. And so they're just explainer videos on how to add a domain, your business email. So great stuff for new users. And then we get into some of the most popular apps that are available on the platform. So Start Here is number one, AI Lunch and Learn, which I'll get to in just a second. Actually, this is surprising. The Humanizer app has become extremely popular as far as number of visits by certain people. Hyperrealistic by far is one of the most popular ones as well. Building websites, creating your own white label. What does that mean? That means you can take this entire platform and rebrand it for yourself so that you can make money and be the owner of your own AI platform, creating AI videos and so on. If I go back into this first app, the Start Here one, we can go to the platform itself so you can kind of see the layout. Within the layout, you see there's quite a few apps. I already mentioned AI Lunch and Learn. This is a very valuable app for new users. Every Tuesday at noon Eastern, we cover the latest and greatest in AI. We cover new apps. We cover how to use apps. And the difference is it's not just AI training, but it's also how to use AI to grow your businesses and your own self, your AI super self, if you will. So there's lots of videos in here. Each topic is laid out. We describe what the video is about. As you get further down into the year, as you can see, there's almost 100 videos at this point where you can watch different, very important topics. And we're on a new series right now that we're going to be building out over the next couple of weeks on the 4 models of our AI training. One of the apps that I recommend you jump on immediately if you're creating a business and want to use AI for business is the Big Dream Generator. It's a great way to get all of the thoughts and visions that are in your head onto paper. What it produces for you is what we call a business brief. So a business brief just allows you to succinctly lay out the pieces, right? What's your focus? Who's your target audience? What's the core problem you solve? What happens when this customer uses your products or services? What happens? What's the transformation? And so on and so forth. So not only the business aspects of it, but then it also contains some of the technical things you need to cover. This is a really good way to lay this out. And then you can take this document and you can apply it to all of the other apps in the platform. For example, if I go back here now and I go to the AI Sales Coach, let me give you some more fundamental app training. Here you can see all the apps laid out in a grid, and you can do several things with this layout. So first of all, you can edit it itself, and you can move things around just like on your phone and put things wherever you want them to be. You can also add them to folders or categories, and so that you will get a organization like this one right here. You can also add them to your favorites on the toolbar on the top, so you can drag them up here. So this gives you full control over how things are laid out. If you do delete an app, you can put it back by going into the App Store by clicking this plus button here on the side. And this will give you a description of each app based on what the app does. You can easily review these. If you click on open, it'll open the app for you. Or if you're in here and you just want to read about what the app is about, it shows you right here. Or if it's an app like Hyperrealistic, it describes it for you. Sometimes there's a video that you can watch. If not, just search in the Start Here app for a training video or the AI Lunch and Learn. Between those two, you have 100 or so videos teaching you how to use the different apps. There is also the actual app you can open. For example, if I go here, I can jump into Hyperrealistic. When you click in it, you'll see some sample images, but you can also create your own projects and save them. If you go all the way down to the bottom, you can type in a name and create a new project. This way, you're kind of creating, again, folders, organizations. Like if you're doing this for other people, you can organize your images by that particular project or customer name. Once you have this laid out, you can say, hey, help me by creating sample images. You can drop in your business brief and click create image ideas. And what that's doing is it is taking that business brief and then generating ideas. This is an example of why I say start with the business brief, because there's many apps where you can add your business brief and then the AI will create things based on that. The AI will learn about your business. It will apply that continuity as you go from app to app. You don't have to constantly explain to the AI what it is about your business, what's unique about it, what's your value proposition, what services and products are you delivering to your customer base. And this way, it kind of all works together. When you start utilizing the apps and start training the AIs, you can create some really amazing things. This is Hyperrealistic, one of my favorite apps, and you can have it actually create images of all different hyper realistic. So it looks like a real photo. One of the things I always tell customers is to go ahead and rate the images that it creates, train it, let it know, hey, you did a good job on that one. Oh, no, that one was horrible. So that it begins to understand. It gives you 20 image ideas. In this one, this is a healthcare process improvement consultancy. The first sentence is setting the context. If you take the create method, you'll understand what's important about that. It's essentially telling the AI about your business. The second sentence it creates is the unique thing about that image. So I can tell it, make that image for me. You can pick the size and shape of the image. Landscape would be horizontal, square is square. 9 by 16 is typical for Facebook Reels. It's basically phone shaped. So there you go. Created a very good image here, with nurses and high-fiving. It's a little weird because the hands are sort of backwards when you create images with AI. Always look at the hands, make sure they're accurately placed. So that's one image that it created. If we go to the next one, this is a split screen image. And then if we go to the next one, this is showing the average wait time, 8 minutes with relaxed patient and a friendly receptionist. And again, you can change the shape of it and tell it to generate. So now it's creating a horizontal image. It's relatively quick to do this. It is a very powerful tool and just one of maybe 4 different image creators that we have on the platform. So average wait, 8 minutes. That's not bad at all for any kind of healthcare services. These are all great images. If you notice, some of the text is not quite correct. We can fix that using other AI tools. You can go down here and tell it, oh, that one's pretty good. This one is sort of a 2, or I would delete it. If you hover over the 3 dots here, you can do many things. You can regenerate the image with the same prompt. The prompt is here, so you can see what prompt you use to create that image. So if you want to use it again, you can. This one, the copy, you can copy the image itself. You can edit the image, download the image, delete, so on and so forth. These are where you can kind of play with it. This image right here is a great image from here to here, but then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fingers. Darn it. So, you'd say something like, okay, that's 6 fingers. That's not quite right. You can tell it to regenerate another version, see if you get 5 fingers. So this is what I meant by AI. You want to count the number of fingers. And also, when you're generating an image, the more specific you are, you can edit the suggested image prompt and drive it to where you want to be. So this one now, this person has 5 fingers, so I can give this one a 4. It's nice and AI-ish. You can see where it went with that one. That's hyper realistic in a nutshell. That's an example of using the business brief in other apps. Also, if I went into, let's say, these are all you can read the descriptions under the App Store so you kind of see what the different apps are about. But you can go into, so let's say there's an app called Sales Marketing Hooks. You can search for it by typing in a few letters. You can bring it up and you can see this is, under 60-minute projects, it's keeping the last bit of, text that I used within there. So what's nice is these types of apps, once you put in that text, I could copy in the text from my business brief into this prompt area. Once I do that for that project, it's always going to remember this content. As I go from app to app, this app is specifically for creating what we call marketing hooks. Marketing hooks are useful when you're creating ads, content for your websites. It'll generate really good text and content that you can use everywhere. Again, it's based on your business brief. You can put in more advanced options, determine how long it is, the persuasiveness factor, things like that. And then it'll give you your hooks. It'll give you them in clickability, how likely it is somebody to click on it, how much people would like it, and availability. These are the headlines and subheadlines you can use. You can rate it, copy it, delete it, and regenerate new ones. So these are the hooks it's creating. What I wanted to show you is that the business brief, you paste it in, and it'll generate hooks based on what you gave it as a prompt. All right. So that's kind of how a lot of the apps are linked in the platform as well. If I go back now, I've shown you the Big Dream Generator. You can ask the AI questions. Up here are some of my favorite apps. One is called AI Sales Coach. Think of it like ChatGPT within the platform. You can ask it any question. You can have a thread you can go back to. It's simple. I paste in my business brief, and so this is my business brief, and I could tell it, give me a 90-second VSL, which is a video sales letter using this content. All right. Script, VSL script. Let me be precise here. So now I'm asking it, hey, I want to create a script that I'm going to use in my AI video creator. Your business brief, very useful, very powerful tool. I can say to it, this is my company. I give it a name. The business brief, this one is called, it's just telling me about the big dream. So if I can say something like Nurse One, if that's the name of my company and so on, it's good enough to get started. I'm just using this as an example. Normally, I would give it more detail of what kind of video sales letter I want to create, but in this case, I'm just jumping right into it. So it's going to take that information and create for me some information. So I told it to give me a 90-second script using this content, and I popped that in there. It's going to work on that and produce that script. While it's doing that, let me go ahead, and if you're doing a lot of things, you can right click on here, click duplicate. It'll create another tab with your thing. So here's the script. I can now take this script and drop it into another app. This is what I mean by the apps working together. I have my Hyperrealistic up here, one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites is the AI video creator. You can create a video just from a URL or domain name, and it'll work with that. It'll look at the text and content on that page. It's only going to do one page at a time, but it's highly effective. But if I want to drive it in a certain direction, I can copy paste in my script. I can then say, I want a sales type video. I can go to advanced settings because if you click go, it'll create a video immediately from what you just have there. I can upload a logo. I don't usually use that feature because the logo gets in the way sometimes. You can pick a language. You can pick whether it's going to be photorealistic using Hyperrealistic Ad. And there's another image creator called Scroll Stopping. So you can use whichever one you like.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform.
Voices, you can select the voice you want to use. There's a lot of voices in here. I picked Sarah. You can pick the volume. You can pick some background music. You can upload your own music. If you're going to use it on YouTube, make sure it's original. By the way, you can create original music in this platform. There's an instrumental music maker. All right. You can choose what color the text is going to be, what font, and so on. If I wanted it to be blue, I could pick a blue. I can pick the number of scenes or slides that'll add up to how long it's going to be. I can pick whether it's portrait or landscape, horizontal or vertical, where the caption's going to show up, and so on. The main thing is to pick the voice that you want to use and the orientation, whether it's straight up and down or landscape. Then you tell it to create a video. You'll notice that it said that is using 50 credits. So this is an important concept in the platform. We wanted to democratize the cost of the platform. You're not paying a lot per month relative to how many apps you get, but there are apps that use a lot more CPU cycles, and we wanted to make sure that you only paid for what you're using the most. It's really easy to get into some of these really, really cool apps, especially the video creation apps that they require a little more horsepower. 50 credits is the additional fee that you're paying to make a movie or a short video. If you look at the pricing here, you can see that for 1,000 credits, it costs $6.99. So you can create quite a few videos for $6.99. If you don't want to pay, don't use that particular app. Most of the apps have no additional cost. What's really interesting is the best apps may require more credits, but the output you get is amazing. You don't have to hire a crew, you don't have to have somebody help you create, and you don't have to know anything about creating it. You just basically ask the AI to drive that forward for you. We wanted to keep the costs as low as possible for the people who are not using the high compute apps, and that's the methodology we came up with for that. Hopefully, you will enjoy the apps that you would like to utilize. Again, it's all your choice. It's completely democratized as much as we could. Normally, it'll give you a time frame that's about twice as long as it's going to take. It's kind of like Scotty from Star Trek, I'm doing the best I can, Captain. If you take a look here, you can see it's working on that. Let me duplicate this here. Hopefully we won't break it. Sometimes if I do this, I accidentally stop the processing. All right, so the last one I wanted to show you here on my favorites is the Funnels app. This is an app where you can create complete websites. For example, here's one for the Empire Board of Realtors. I'm going to show you this one for two reasons. It is completely built in this app. You can create very nice websites. The BuildBiz website that you use to get here is also built in this platform. So you can create really good apps. You can, once you get in to the platform, you can see let me actually go into that. This is just a preview. Let me go into it here. There we go. I'm going to go to the live website. You can see you have motion, how things appear. You see movement. So you can create some pretty nice websites. If I log in, I also wanted to show you the app itself once you log in. I mentioned before being able to create. So you notice that it is the same platform. It's just color scheme is unique to the Empire Board of Realtors, and their apps are on their signature brand and colors. So it is a rebranding of the platform. So you can build this yourself by going to the white label. You can create your own version of the platform, have your own unique custom apps. You could build your own custom AI apps. Plus, you can use all of the ones already in the platform. Very powerful function. So I wanted to show you how far you can go. Build out a website, build your own white label. If you don't want to create your own platform, you can also log in. And I'll show you quickly here another way you can make money in the platform, and that is using our affiliate program. And what's nice about this is you can just share the link. You don't have to do anything. Once you create that link, you can click here, share that link out with someone else, and it'll have your name here. And everybody that you share it with, you get 50% of their monthly. And here's the apps in a nice description. This is another way to view the descriptions. It's kind of laid out even nicer here. And so you can see all of the different apps, what they do, and this is really simple. If they sign up, you get 50%. I just wanted to show you different ways you can use the app to make money. Let's go ahead and play this video that we just created.
If you're leading an urban hospital, inefficiency, quality gaps, and turnover are draining your margins, Nurse One helps you see and fix what others miss by embedding a portable improvement coach into daily workflow. In 30 days to 6 months, expect higher quality and safety, stronger financials, better completion rates, and a patient experience your community notices. Your providers stay because the work works and your local brand gets stronger. With 100 plus years from Master Black.
So I think you get the idea. You can go in and edit this video very easily. That's why it's such a powerful tool. Every word that you type here, when you click regenerate at the bottom, the AI will read. Every image that's here, you can generate your own images in Hyperrealistic or any of the other AI image tools. Then come in here and upload them. And you can download them, edit them, upload them back. You can change all the text. You can add more scenes. You have complete control and you create some really, really good videos. So I just wanted to show you that briefly. Hopefully this all made sense and you got it. Once again, welcome to the Build Digital Express and the BuildBiz platform. Come to the AI Lunch and Learns and enjoy AI with us. I really appreciate you guys jumping on the platform. All right, bye-bye.